Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry it took me so long to put out a new video. I was waiting for a sunny day, which I finally got today. This is a more advanced practice. If you are new to yoga, I do not suggest starting with this one. Go to one of the foundational practices. Those are a great place to build the work that you're going to continue to do in this video, maybe a little later on. If you're used to coming to my class, if you know me, great. This is a great place to be. Please listen to your body the whole time. I'm going to bring you into an advanced posture today. We're working towards Titthibasana. So listen to your body, listen to your breath. If those things are in alignment, if you feel good, great, come with me. And if not, back off. Listen to what your body needs. It may not be Titthibasana today. It's a really hard posture, so take your time with it. The other thing you should note is that because of the difficulty of this posture, I'm going to shift around on my mat a little bit. I'll let you know when I'm doing that. You don't need to shift around. Just listen to what I'm saying with my voice. And I'm just shifting physically to give you a better view of what's going on in the practice. You'll know what I mean when we get to it. Okay, great. Thanks. Enjoy. Let me know how it goes. Write notes, write questions. All that stuff is welcome. We're going to start in a child's pose. So go ahead and sink your weight back onto your shins. Let your hips drop down towards your heels, reach your fingertips forward, and relax your forehead down to the floor. Really make sure you relax that forehead, let it go. Let go of your arms, let go of your hands. Fingers are soft, hips are heavy. Start to focus on the flow of breath in and out of your body. Feeling the side ribs in particular. As you inhale, feel them expand and contract. On your next exhale, start to walk your hands off the right side edge of the mat. You can stack your left hand on top of your right to deepen the stretch. Sink your left hip down to your left heel. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. On your next inhale, lift up, walk your hands off the left side edge of the mat. Drop your nose down towards your knee, sink your right hip to your right heel, and feel the deep stretch in the right side ribs as you inhale. Exhale to release everything down to the floor. On your next inhale, walk your hands back towards center, child's pose. Roll up into your tabletop position, lean forward, weight hovers over the wrists, press back, child's pose. Lean forward, shoulders over wrists, and then tuck your toes. Come back into your downward facing dog and pedal out the heels gently, leaning side to side. Press one heel down into the mat and then the other. Gently start to walk your feet out wide to the edges of the mat and shorten your downward dog, walking your hands back a few inches, maybe even a foot. Pick up your right hand and take it to the outside of your left thigh, calf, or ankle. Gently pull on that leg to draw your chest towards the thigh. Look underneath your left armpit. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Deep breath in. Walk back to that shortened downward facing dog and then walk your hands back to your toes. Sink your hips down low, ski or squat. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, stretch long into a flat back. Exhale, sink into that deep squat. Inhale, reach forward, weight in the toes, lengthen the legs. Exhale, sit down, squat. Inhale, lengthen forward, stretch out of the legs. Exhale, ski or squat, sit low, fold down over the thighs. Walk your hands forward. Make your way forward back into that downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels once more. And then gently lift your right heel up to the ceiling, flex the foot. Open your right hip and stack it over the left, bend the knee. Keep the shoulders as even and parallel as you can as you reach the right knee straight up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Extend the leg long above you. Exhale, squeeze the knee to your right shoulder and step outside of your right hand. Rotate the toes out and off the edge of the mat. Lizard pose, palms pressed down into the floor. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. You can stay low or walk up onto your fingertips. As you inhale, start to lengthen your right leg. It doesn't need to get straight. Exhale, rebend the knee. Inhale to lengthen the leg, lift your hips up and back. Exhale, rebend the knee, lift your chest, look forward. Inhale, find as much length in that right leg as you can, and exhale, rebend the knee, look forward. Walk your hands firmly down onto the floor, left hand down, right hand reaches up to the ceiling, twist. Deep inhale. Deep exhale out. Make sure your back heel is stacked over the ball of the foot. One more breath in, and then take your right hand down to meet your left. Step back into your high plank. Inhale, point forward off of the toes. Exhale, knees to the floor. Bring your chest down between your thumbs. Ashtanga Namaskara. Deep inhale. Exhale to slide forward and down. Inhale, low cobra. Roll the shoulders down away from your ears, and exhale, release. Press back up through tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Deep inhale. And exhale out. Start to walk the feet out wide to the edges of your mat once more. Walk your fingertips back, heels pressed down. Come all the way back into that low skier squat. Inhale, stretch forward, reach as far as you can. Try to touch the floor a mile in front of you, and then exhale, sit down low, squat. Inhale, reach forward out of the hips on a diagonal. Exhale, sink the hips down low. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach forward, lengthen the spine, and exhale, sink into your squat. Release the hands down, forward fold. Walk your hands back, making your way back towards your downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment, pedaling out through the feet, and then walk the feet out wide again. Walk your fingertips back, shortened downward facing dog. Lift up your left hand, take it to the outside of your right leg, thigh, calf, or ankle. Gently pull on the leg, look up underneath your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in deeply, and breathe out. Full inhale, feel the length of your spine. Exhale out. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, walk back to that shortened down dog. Start to walk your hands forward, feet back into a downward facing dog. Hold here. Inhale to kick your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, lift your hips, stack it over the right hip, bend your knee, keep that foot really flexed. Try to even out the shoulders and squeeze your belly button back to your spine. Nice deep breath in here. And a breath out. On an inhale, kick that leg up and back. Draw your knee to your left shoulder, step outside of your hand. Rotate the toes out and off the edge of the mat for lizard pose. And then lift up maybe onto the fingertips if that feels right in your body. On an inhale, start to lengthen your left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee, lift your chest, open up the heart. Inhale, lengthen the left leg as much as you comfortably can. Exhale, sink the hips, bend that left knee. One more time, deep lengthen the outside edge of that left leg, and then rebend the knee, sink down, lizard pose. Plant your right hand firmly down, reach the left fingertips up to the ceiling, fill up with breath. And exhale out, reach a little higher, deep breath in, stretch up towards the sky. And exhale, gently release the hand back down to the mat. Firm up your belly button, lift your hips to step your left hip back into high plank. Inhale, point forward off of your toes. Exhale, knees to the mat, chaturanga. Reach your chest as far forward as you can. Drop your belly, inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in deeply, feel the side ribs expand. Release the air out, hollow out the navel. Inhale up high to your toes. Stay up on your tiptoes and start to walk forward towards your wrists. Stay up as high as you possibly can for as long as you can before walking the toes right behind the wrists. Drop your head, release your neck, and forward fold. Bend your knees, gently curl your way slowly all the way up the spine to stand. Rotate your toes out and off the edges of the mat. Reach up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, squat down low, elbows to inner thighs. Inhale, sweep out, rise up, press the palms together. Exhale, sink down into your deepest squat. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. And exhale, sink down, Malasana squat. Press your elbows into your inner thighs. Now you could stay up a little higher here if you need to, but if the body is ready, let the hips drop down towards the heels. Press the inner thighs open and back. Knees press out towards the pinky toe edges of the feet. Maybe you take the fingertips together to touch to deepen that press of the elbows into the thighs. On an exhale, gently release your fingertips down. Drop your head, lengthen your tailbone up to the ceiling. Start to stretch the legs. Deep breath in. And a breath out. Full inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, gently curl up the spine one vertebra at a time, come up to stand. Bring your feet together, big toes touch, heels an inch apart. Turn the palms open, Tadasana, lift the chest. Inhale to sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart center, let your eyes close, Samastitihi. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh out. Again, fill up, deep breath in. Exhale, open your mouth. Exhale, all of the air out. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive down over your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale to a long, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back behind you, drop the knee, sweep the arms out, around and up. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Connect your thumbs as you exhale, peel the elbows apart. Inhale, reach back, arch back, and then exhale, frame your foot, step into your high plank, Vinyasa, flow through high to low plank, following the pace of your breath. Exhale, lifts the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Again, full inhale, fill up the side ribs. Exhale, navel to spine. As you inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to forehead, third eye center. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale to round your spine, knee to forehead center. Inhale, kick up and back. Last time, knee to forehead center, lift up and step lightly through your thumbs, back knee drops. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, circle the arms out, around and up. Exhale, step forward to your forward fold. Inhale to a long flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck your chin into your chest, fold. Inhale, sweep out to rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your thighs. Inhale, flat back, reach the chest forward, and exhale, step your left foot back, drop the knee down. Anjaneyasana, circle around and up. Inhale, exhale, connect the thumbs, peel the elbows apart behind your head. Inhale, press back through the palms, open up the chest to the ceiling. And exhale, frame your foot, step back, Vinyasa, flow through. Inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale the hips up and back. And if you're not on the same time as me during that Vinyasa, no problem. Take the Vinyasa at your own pace. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On an inhale, kick your left heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to that third eye center, round the back. Inhale to kick up and back. Exhale, knee to forehead, squeeze. Kick back high. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to forehead, lift as high as you can, step lightly through, drop the back knee down, Anjaneyasana, circle around and up. Inhale, exhale, frame your foot, step forward to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale to a flat back, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale to dive down. Inhale, circle around and up, Urdhva Hastasana, lift up out of the heels. Exhale, dive down, fold, soften your knees. Inhale to your flat back, lengthen forward. Exhale, step the right foot back, keep the knee lifted, sweep up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Connect the thumbs as you exhale, peel the elbows apart. Inhale, look up, arch back, open the chest, and exhale, dive down. Vinyasa, flow through. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, following the pace of your own breath. Make sure the exhale goes with those bending elbows. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale the hips up and back. On an inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to forehead center. Inhale, kick up and back as high as you can. Exhale, knee to forehead center. Inhale, kick up, press the left heel down. Exhale, knee to forehead center and step lightly through. Crescent lunge, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, warrior 3, float forward out of the back foot. Inhale to your standing split or stay right where you are, and then exhale, step to your forward fold. Inhale to a long flat back, and exhale to dive down. Inhale, circle up, around, lift up, pull the weight up out of the heels, and exhale, dive forward, soften the knees, forehead to shins. Inhale to a long flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back, reach forward to rise up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Connect the thumbs as you exhale, peel the elbows apart. Press the palms away from you, arch back. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, frame your foot, step back through your vinyasa, flow through. You'll see here I'm playing with a lifted heel variation. You can take that or you can leave that behind. Pick the version of the vinyasa that suits your body. Flow with that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next inhale, kick your left heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to forehead center, squeeze. Inhale, kick back, press your right heel down. Exhale, knee to that third eye center. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, round your spine, lift up as high as you can and step lightly through the thumbs, reach forward, rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward into your warrior 3. Stay here or take your standing split, one giant breath in. Exhale, step your big toes together, melt down over your thighs. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, circle around and up, rise up, reach an inch taller. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive down, bend your knees. Utkatasana, sink the hips down and back as far as you can. Good. Put all of the weight into your heels. Bring your arms up around your head so they're framing the earlobes. And then pull your belly button back. Tuck the tailbone under. Sit back and down a little bit lower. Deep breath in. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Thumbs open. And then dive down over your thighs. Relax and release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms. Vinyasa, flow through. You can step back or float back. Whatever suits your body in this moment. Listen to your breath in. Listen to your breath out. Hollow out the navel. Deep breath in. Fill up the side ribs. Exhale, release all of that air out. Good. On an inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling as high as it will go. Exhale, knee to nose, step forward through your thumbs, low lunge. Sweep forward and rise up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands frame your foot. Inhale, start to put some length in that right leg. It does not have to get straight. Exhale, rebend the knee. Inhale, float up, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold over your thigh, frame your foot. Inhale, lengthen that right leg as much as you comfortably can, and then exhale, rebend the knee. Inhale, float up, crescent lunge one last time. Exhale, frame your foot. Inhale to lengthen your right leg, and then exhale, rebend your knee. Good. Rotate the right toes open and off the edge of the mat. Lizard pose. Hop your left foot to the right side edge of the mat. Rotate the heel down to the floor. Supported Vashisthasana. Nice. Reach up through the right fingertips. Play with dropping your left hip down. And then lift it up as high as you can so you feel the mobility in that hip, how much you can open it up. Feel the strength in the left arm. Squeeze the mat with the left fingertips to lighten the heel of the left palm. And then release. Right toes rotate forward. Hop your left foot halfway up the mat. Plant your palms firmly down in front of your right toes and lean forward. Start to lift the left toes away from the floor. Once they're up as high as you can get them, push into your hands to lift up into your standing split. Kick the left toes as high up as you can. Push the mat away from your hands, and then gently bend your right knee. Step back into your high plank. Inhale, point forward off of the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to lift up into your back bend. Roll the heart center open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Full inhale. Full exhale out. On an inhale, kick your left heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to your nose, squeeze, lift, and step through your thumbs. Inhale to float up, crescent lunge. Exhale to frame your front foot. Inhale, lengthen your left leg as much as you can. And then exhale, rebend that knee, low lunge. Inhale to float up into your crescent. Exhale, dive down, frame your foot. Inhale, put some length in that left leg, but don't overdo it. And then exhale, rebend your knee. Float up, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, low lunge. Inhale, lengthen the left leg gently and slowly. Exhale, rebend the knee. Rotate your left toes out and off the edge of the mat. Hop your right foot to the left side edge of the mat and then spin the heel down. Reach your left hand up to the ceiling. Play with dropping your right hip down to the mat and then lifting it up as high as you possibly can. Reach up through the left fingertips as high as possible, supported Vashisthasana. Lengthen upward, feel the length of your side ribs. Deep breath in. And exhale, plant your left hand down, hop your right foot halfway up the mat. Press both palms into the floor right in front of your left toes and then lean forward, leveraging your right leg up towards the ceiling. When you can't get it up any higher, push your palms down firmly into the mat and start to lengthen the left leg. Standing split. Point your right toes, send them up higher. Press into the floor as deeply as you can. Hollow out your navel to deepen this stretch. And then gently step back into your high plank. Inhale, point forward off of the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows back. Inhale to lift your heart. And exhale the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Deep inhale. And exhale out. On your next inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose, lift up, and then flip your weight over onto the right hand. Kick the right foot through and off the left side edge of the mat. Left heel spins down and back, fallen warrior. Reach up through the left hand. Press your left hip as high as you possibly can. One more breath in. Then exhale, left hand down. Kick the right heel up and back to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step through your thumbs. Reach forward and rise up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull the belly button up and in to flatten the spine. Bend your right knee more deeply and take it forward over the ankle. Shoulders melt down the back. One more breath in. Exhale to frame your foot. Inhale, start to lengthen that right leg. Now you can stay right here or begin to walk your fingertips back. Reach them back on the mat. This is tricky on the balance, so take your time to reach towards the back edges of the mats, lengthening your chest down over the thigh. On an exhale, walk your fingertips forward, rotate the right toes open, hop the left foot to the right side edge of the mat, supported Vashisthasana. Stay here or lift your right heel and stack your right heel on top of your left. Actively flex your feet, pull your toes up and back towards the knee joints. Lift your right hip as high as you can, reach up through the right fingertips. One more breath. Then exhale, hand down, step your right knee to your chest, step the foot forward. Standing split, plant the palms firmly into the mat, lift the left toes to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And exhale, bend both knees, tuck your left knee outside of your right ankle and sink your hips all the way down to the mat. Wrap your left arm around your right knee and thigh and pull the thigh into your chest. Right hand reaches back behind you. Open up the heart center to the right. Twist. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lifts the chest a little higher. Exhale to twist a little more deeply around the spine. Deep breath in to lift the heart center up towards the ceiling. Fill your lungs. And then exhale, release. Circle around to the left side of the mat. Come into a half kneeling posture. Pick up the left foot and step it towards the back of the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, fold down through the thighs. Make sure your heels spin out wider than your toes here, so we're a little bit duck-footed, a little bit pigeon-toed. Heels out, toes in. Soften the knees as much as you need to collapse the belly down between the thighs. One more deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, roll all the way up the spine to stand. Sweep the arms out to rise up. Inhale. Exhale, sink down. Rotate the toes out, heels in. Horse pose, hands to heart center. Breathe in deeply. Each exhale, sink your hips just a little bit lower. Full breath in. Reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, heel toe the feet in a little bit narrower so they're just wider than shoulder width. Take your hands down between your feet. Press them into the floor. Bend your knees as deeply as you can. And then play with lengthening the hips up to the ceiling. Inhale to bend your knees as deeply as possible. Exhale to press the hips up to the ceiling as high as you can. Deep breath in, bend your knees down, maybe walk your hands back an inch. Breath out to lengthen the tailbone up to the ceiling, lengthen your spine. Really nice. Slowly release that. Walk your fingertips forward, heel toe the feet out wide to a wide Prasarita Padottanasana fold. Gentle roll all the way up the spine to stand, sweep up, inhale. Exhale, warrior two, rotate the right toes straight forward. Reverse your warrior on an inhale. Exhale, circle the arms all the way down to the mat. Kick your right leg up and back to the ceiling, down dog split. And then Vinyasa, flow through high to low plank, following the pace of your breath. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Full inhale. Kick the left leg up as high as you can, and as you exhale, knee to your nose, then twist to the right. Kick the left foot off the right side edge of the mat. Reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling, fallen warrior. Reach up as high as you can, sending the right hip up an inch higher. Breathe in deeply. And on an exhale, take your right hand down to the mat. Kick your left leg up and back, down dog split. Breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, step through your thumbs. Inhale to float up, crescent lunge. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull the belly button inward and upward. Feel that long, flat, low spine. Fingertips reach up overhead. Notice your front knee, draw it forward over the front ankle, sink your hips an inch lower. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, dive your hands down to frame your foot. Inhale to lengthen your left leg as long as you can. Exhale, dive down, release the head and neck. Stay just as you are, or perhaps you'll tiptoe the hands back, reaching towards the back edges of the mat. Fold long over the leg, remembering you can bend that left knee whenever you need to. On your next exhale, walk the fingers forward to frame your front foot, then hop the right foot over to the left side edge of the mat. Supported Vashisthasana, reach your left hand up to the ceiling. Maybe you'll stack your left leg on top of your right this time. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Unlock your right elbow. Make sure you feel some space in that arm. Good. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more inhale. And on your exhale, take your left hand down, left knee to your chest, step through your thumbs. Hop your back foot in a few inches, plant your palms down in front of your toes, standing split. Push down firmly into the mat, send the right toes up to the ceiling, deep breath in. On your exhale, bend both knees, tuck your right knee behind your left ankle. Ardha Matsyendrasana, wrap your right arm around your left thigh, twist. You can stay right here or reach the left fingertips back on the mat. Feel the squeeze of your shoulder blades together as you lift the heart center open. Inhale to lift the heart up. Exhale to twist a little deeper, squeeze navel to spine. Deep breath in. On your exhale, circle the hands all the way around to the right side edge of the mat. Take a half kneeling position, and then pick up your right foot, step towards the back edge of the mat, and fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. You have the option to walk the hands through your legs, reach them to the opposite edge of the mat. Stretch the fingertips as far away from you as you can and draw your chest down between your thighs as much as possible. Again, taking softness in the knees if you need. On an inhale, walk your fingertips forward, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, curl all the way up the spine. Inhale, palms press together overhead. Exhale, horse squat, sink down deep into the thighs. Knees stack directly over the ankles. Think about pressing the knees open over the pinky toe edges of the feet. Roll the shoulders down the back, feel a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades together. On an inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, heel toe the feet in a little bit, just wider than shoulder width, and then dive down inside of the thighs. I'm going to show this from a profile so you can see it a little better. Keep walking your hands back. Maybe you can tiptoe your fingertips through your legs behind your heels. And then practice bending the knees, maybe getting the backs of your thighs to touch the backs of your arms. Inhale as you lift the hips. Exhale to squat down as low as possible. If this is too much, just make it a regular squat. Bring your fingertips to the floor in front of your toes instead of behind your heels. If you're comfortable here, you may work to walk the knees forward in front of the shoulders as you sink more deeply into this squat and hold. Dropping the hips down nice and low, feet and palms are planted on the mat. On an inhale, send the hips up high and heel toe your feet out wide to Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, curl all the way up the spine. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms press. Exhale, warrior two, left toes turn forward. Inhale to reverse your warrior, and exhale, dive down to the mat. Kick your left heel to the sky, down dog split. Exhale, Vinyasa, flow through, maybe playing with that leg elevated as you flow through your Vinyasa. Find your downward facing dog. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Full inhale. Exhale out. On an inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hip, and stack it up on top. You can stay here or shift the shoulders forward over your wrists, and then reach the right hand straight up to the ceiling. Right toes touch the ground just outside your mat. Right knee is bent, left leg straight. Flex the left foot. Nice, wild thing posture. On an inhale, reach back up to the ceiling, circle back around, squeeze the right knee to the chest and kick it through and off the left side edge of the mat. Fallen warrior, the foot can come down or hover above the mat. Inhale, kick your right heel up to the ceiling, down dog split. Exhale, step through your thumbs, low lunge. Inhale, float up, crescent lunge. And exhale, dive down, frame your foot. This time, walk the hands inside of that heel, plant the palms down, and lengthen your right leg. Now we want to keep the right foot parallel with the right side edge of the mat, and see if you can start to draw the right elbow down towards the floor. This is a really, really deep stretch, so take your time with it. Soften the right knee as much as you need. On your next exhale, bend your right knee, rotate the toes open, supported Vashisthasana, reach the right hand to the ceiling. Stay, take full Vashisthasana, or maybe hook your big toe and send the right heel up to the ceiling. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. So this is a side plank variation. You can take it or leave it. Listen to your body. Do what suits your body in this moment. On your exhale, put that foot right back down where you got it. Down dog split. Palms plant. Kick your left toes up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bend both knees. Sink down Ardha Matsyendrasana. Wrapping left knee outside right ankle. Hug your right knee with your left arm, or hook the elbow outside of the thigh and twist a little more deeply in this time. Full breath in to lift the chest. Full breath out to deepen the twist, squeezing your navel back away from your thigh. On your next exhale, circle around, palms to the opposite edge of the mat, half kneel. Step your left foot to the back of the mat and fold Prasarita Padottanasana. Deep breath in here. And a breath out. Start to play with your hip rotation. Try to lift one hip up to the ceiling and then shift. Lift the other hip up as high as you possibly can. Keep following your breaths and shift the weight from right to left, thinking about lifting one hip and then the other. On your next exhale, soften your knees, curl all the way up the spine, sweep the arms out, press the palms together, and then exhale, horse pose, heels in, toes out, sink low. Inhale to sweep right back up. Exhale, heel toe the feet in just a shoulder width apart and dive down. Good, we're coming back into that variation where we start to walk the shoulders behind the knee joints. So this may not be right for you at this point. If it's not, go ahead and take your squats instead. Otherwise, try to walk fingertips behind heels and sit your thighs on top of your upper arms. Titthibasana, we cross one ankle over the other. And find your weight hovering over your palms. Make sure to squeeze the mat with your fingertips. Take some weight out of the heels of the palms. Lift your chest, lift your chin. One more breath in. On your exhale, release your ankles. Take your feet down and forward fold. Step the feet out wide, Prasarita Padottanasana. Curl up the spine. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, warrior two, right toes turn straight forward. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse back. Exhale, Vinyasa, your version. You can kick that right leg up and back. And then flow through, maybe taking a pause to hover over the elbows, chest to elbows. Squeeze your elbows back to your waistline in your chaturanga variation. Deep breath in. And full breath out. I'm switching angles here so you can better see the downward facing dog. Feel free to stay just as you are, following your breath. Inhale. And exhale out. On an inhale, kick your left heel up to the ceiling, open the hip, bend the knee, stack it up on top. And then stay or flip. Take your shoulders right over your wrist, reach the left hand up to the ceiling, and then up overhead, arching through the spine, wild thing. Lift your pelvis up, especially that right hip bone, send it towards the ceiling. Ball of the left foot is on the floor just outside of your mat. On your next exhale, left hand to the mat, left knee to your chest, spin, kick your left foot off the right side edge of the mat, heel down or let it hover, and then kick your left leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, step through your thumbs. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, dive down, frame your foot. Walk your hands inside that foot. Let the foot walk out wide to the edge of the mat. And then gently start to lengthen through the left leg, working to draw your left elbow down to the floor. Maybe followed by the right elbow, but again, this is a super deep stretch in the back of the left leg. So take your time, take it easy on this. Keep pressing the right heel back and down, so we're still lengthening through the right leg as well. And then exhale, bend your knee. Rotate the left toes open, supported Vashisthasana, left fingertips to the ceiling, or hook that big toe, and take your Vashisthasana variation, sending the left heel skyward. Now you could skip this and take a full Vashisthasana instead, or keep the foot on the floor and take that supported Vashisthasana, listening to your breath and focusing on the opening of that left hip. On an exhale, put that foot right back where you got it from, standing split. Press the palms down, kick the right toes up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, tuck your right knee outside your left ankle and sit. Wrap your right arm around your left thigh, squeeze it to your chest, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Stay or hook the right elbow outside of the thigh. Lift up tall. Feel the height of your spine. Top of the head reaches to the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, squeeze your navel to your spine. One more breath in. And then exhale, sweep your arms all the way around to the right side edge of the mat. Step your right foot to the back and fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Come up into a flat back on an inhale and then bend your knees as you exhale. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the legs. Exhale, bend your knees. Option to maybe bring the elbows to the mat. Keep playing with that bending and straightening of the legs. You're going to feel this a lot in the outside edge of both ankles if you keep the heels wider than the toes. On your next exhale, roll all the way up the spine, sweep the arms up, palms press, and then sink low, horse pose, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, heel toe the feet to just shoulder width apart, just slightly wider, and then dive your belly down through your thighs. Grab the backs of your calves, one in each hand, and see if you can take your knees up over your shoulders. Try to draw your shoulders behind the knee joints. Fingertips plant behind your heels. Stay right here, working in this position, or maybe sink your upper thighs back onto your upper arms. From here, you can hook your ankles again or work to lengthen your legs. If you feel comfortable with lengthened legs, start to drop your tailbone and lengthen your arms, lifting the chest. This is full Titthibasana. Do not force this position. Take your time to get here. Play with it. Pause the video if you want to and spend more time playing around. And when you're ready, feet come down to the floor. Step the feet out wide, Prasarita Padottanasana, fold. Gently curl all the way up the spine to stand. Sweep the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, warrior two, left toes straight forward. Inhale, reverse up and back. Breathe into the side ribs and then exhale, Vinyasa. Your version, or maybe kick the left heel to the ceiling. Balance the rib cage on the elbows. Float for a moment before flowing through. Deep breath in and full breath out. Inhale up high to your toes. Exhale, draw the knees down to the floor. Sink your hips to your heels, child's pose. And really rest here. You've just worked really hard, so can you let go and simply allow the body to breathe naturally and openly. Feel the expansion and contraction of the rib cage. Feel the softness of the feet. Let go of the toes, let go of the fingertips. On your next exhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and roll up your spine to sit. We're going to come to one edge of the mat and fold the mat over. You can fold it over in half or maybe in thirds if you need a little more support for your knees. Let's make our way towards Mandukasana. Slide your knees out as wide as you can, and then slide your heels out as wide as your knees, flexing at the feet, flexing at the knees, 90 degrees in both of those joints. You can stay upright, but it's better here to bring your elbows down to the floor. Think about lengthening your sides so you're drawing your chest away from your thighs. And then play with gently rocking back and forth, sending the hips back and forward, drawing the hips as far forward towards your elbows as possible and pressing the hips way back towards the heels. And you can move through this gently if it feels good. If it doesn't, stop. Rest. Find a position that feels like opening, but not like torture. That is not the point of this posture. Deep breath into the muscles of the inner groin. We'll be here for a moment, so keep listening to your breath. And your knees may want to slide out a little wider at some point. If that's the case, let it happen. You may choose to put a blanket under your knees or pillows if you've got those at home, because this can be really intense on the knee joints, just pressing into the floor. On your next exhale, start to walk your fingertips back, and then ease your knees in, right, left, 1 inch at a time. Unfold your mat so that it's even, and then turn to face the front of the mat, sitting back on your heels. Feet are hip width apart, knees are hip width apart. Lift your hips and stack them directly over your knees. Tuck your tailbone, lift the belly button, drop the tailbone down. Hands to heart center, camel pose. Keep pressing the pelvis forward as you lift the chest upward to face the sky. Your chest and your chin should be facing in the same direction. Try not to let your head drop off. Instead, think about hooking your thumbs through your chest and lifting upward. One more breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, sit back on your heels. Take your palms to the floor and tuck your toes behind you. Push the floor away from your palms and send your hips back to your heels. This is a deep stretch in the Achilles tendon and in the sole of the foot. Keep pressing back. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, sink your hips back onto your heels, and sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. And then take your right hand back towards your right ankle. Press down into the right ankle, left hand to your chest. Press the pelvis forward, lift up. Maybe reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling or way back behind you. And if it's too much, go back to the last variation with palms at heart center instead. Switch to the opposite side, left hand to left heel, press down firmly into that foot, stacking the heel directly over the ball of the foot. Press the hips forward, right hand to heart center, or up to the ceiling, or maybe reach it back behind you if that feels right. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. On your next inhale, reach back up to the ceiling, hand to heart center. Slowly pull the belly button back and sit back down on the heels. Walk your hands forward, find a tabletop position, and patter out through the toes, releasing those ankles. Retuck the toes, sit back onto your heels. Final variation here, you can take any of the variations we've already taken or walk both hands back onto each heel. Right hand to right heel, left hand to left. Tuck your tailbone, look at your belly button flat back. If you're comfortable there, start to press the hips forward, rotate the chest to face the ceiling. In this variation, because the shoulder blades are squeezing together, you can let the head drop off. The head will rest on the flesh of the shoulder blades as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing deeply. If you've lost that, step back, reset. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. To come out of this, come out slowly. We want to find that flat back again. Tuck your tailbone, try to look at your navel, sink your hips to your heels. And then release. Walk forward into your tabletop position and tap out through the toes. Gomukhasana. Kick your right toes up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then stack your right knee behind your left. Start to walk the hips back between the heels. You might put a block or a pillow underneath your hips if this is too intense. The left knee is stacked directly on top of the right. And I'll show you a different angle of this here in a moment so you can see it more easily. If you're ready, go ahead and fold over the knees. So here's that other ankle. We've got the left knee stacked directly on top of the right, the heels out as wide as possible. They're probably hanging off the edges of your mat. And then fold over the legs, and we will be here for a moment. So again, this is one of those moments to choose the depth of the position with some real care. So we don't want to overdo this. It shouldn't feel like torture. You shouldn't be crying here. It should feel like a deep stretch that you can handle. Go ahead and unwind, roll up the spine, and then pick up the left leg. Take the left knee to the sole of the right foot. So you're making a little zigzag position in the hips. Walk your hands back behind your hips. Pull your belly button down and try and rotate your hips up. That's going to be the depth of the stretch. You'll feel it in the left side quadriceps, the front of the thigh. Keep playing with lifting the hips and dropping them back down to the floor. Lifting the hips as you pull the belly button down and back. And then if you feel like extending this, you can take your elbows down to the floor behind you. Just make sure you have a nice, flat, low spine. So you're still tucking the tailbone and pulling the belly button down to your spine. Deep breath in here. Full breath out. Slowly start to walk your hands back onto the mat and release your feet. Kick them forward. Kick them around to the back and crawl back into your tabletop position. Knees touch at the center of the mat. Kick your left knee up and stack it behind your right. Gomukhasana on the opposite side. Walk your feet off the edges of the mat and stack your right knee directly over your left. Hold on to the soles of the feet for a moment and feel the length of your spine. And then when you're ready, start to crawl forward. Rest your belly on your right thigh. Tuck your chin into your chest and release. And you may find that that is too intense, that walk forward is not right for you today, so you might walk right back up and sit up tall instead. That can be plenty in this position. And you'll notice there is actually a subtle difference in the stretch in the hips when you're folding forward and when you're sitting upright. So feel it out, discover it for yourself for a moment. Can you feel the difference between this seated position and this folded position? Focus on your breath in and breath out. walk your fingertips back, walk your hands behind your hips, and unhook your legs. We're going to take the right knee to the sole of the left foot. Make that zigzag shape in the legs. Walk your hands back behind your hips. And then let's take that deep stretch by pulling the belly button down and lifting the hips up. Keep playing with lifting and lowering the hips if that feels good. If it's too intense, you might just keep the hips on the floor, working to tuck the tailbone and pull the belly button down to the spine. Stay or maybe walk back onto your elbows. Again, that is a real maybe. If you're already in a deep stretch with your hands on the floor, there's no reason to take the forearms down. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Navel to spine, hips up, belly button down. And then slowly replant the palms, crawl your way up. This time kick both legs straight forward in front of you. Walk your hips towards the center of the mat. Hold on underneath your thighs and rock back. Make your way to Navasana, boat pose. You can stay there, or release the thighs, press your palms together, and maybe play with lengthening your legs. Ideally, in this form, the legs and the arms are pointing in the exact same direction, straight up on a diagonal in front of you. Chin is also pointing in that same direction, everything directed at a single drishti point. Toes, fingertips, nose, eyes. Look all at one straight point up on that diagonal. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. Soles of the feet to the mat. Curl down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Lower your low back, mid back, and upper back to the floor. Squeeze both knees into your chest and take a little low back massage by rolling around the low back. Hold on to your knees. Feel one hip, then the tailbone, then the opposite hip. Roll back over. Let's make our way to happy baby. Pull the knees up towards your armpits. You can start by holding the thighs if that feels good, or maybe take the hands to the pinky toe edges of the feet. Rock side to side, sway, as if you want to draw a knee down just outside your rib cage to the floor, and then shift to the opposite side. When you're ready, go ahead and release. We're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana here. You could take blocks underneath the outside edges of your hips. Take the soles of your feet together and let the knees fall open, supported or unsupported with blocks or pillows. Rest your palms on top of your belly. And start to follow the breath once again, allowing the breaths to slow down. Allowing yourself to feel the impact of the breath on the diaphragm, so you'll feel the belly rise and fall. See just how subtle you can make that. Don't exaggerate here. Instead, can you notice the subtle intricacies of the breath? What does the breath feel like in your nose? What does it feel like in your throat? What is the breath doing in your chest? And finally, in your belly. And we'll keep that focus for the rest of this meditation. If the knees don't feel good in this posture, feel free to extend towards Shavasana. Just stretch the legs down the mat. Hands can continue to rest on the belly or turn open to face the ceiling and lie on either side of your hips. Come back to your breath in and your breath out. Can you slow down the breath? Can you keep your focus on the breath for this whole meditation? On your next exhale, take your palms open side to side. And then bring them to either side of your thighs. Use your hands to help the thighs pull back towards center, knees together. Stretch your legs down the mat, reach your arms overhead. Stretch long, arching the low back away from the mat. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips if that feels good. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, roll onto one side, curling the knees up into your chest. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, press yourself up away from the floor, making your way to an easy seated posture. Sukhasana. Whatever that means in your body, you can fold the legs, you can send them out in front of you, you could tuck the shins underneath, turn the palms open on top of your thighs, and simply breathe here. Deep breath in, open your mouth wide and sigh out, palms to heart center. Inhale fully. Open your mouth wide, sigh it out, a big yawn. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And let's sing one Om together. Inhale your thumbs up to your third eye center. Exhale to forward fold. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys soon. I hope. Please write notes. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write them down in the notes section. I will respond. Okay, thank you. Bye.